And good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Snyder, Sports Information Director at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. And welcome to another edition of Bulldog Blitz. It's a 2-for-1 special this week. We get to see 2 games for the price of 1 show. Last week's game, Saturday, against Itawamba, and last night's game against Southwest. And with me, as always, is head coach Steve Campbell. Coach, 2 games in 5 days, but the good news is 2 wins.
Yep. It's anytime you can beat Southwest, at any point in time, you got to be pleased with that. And then to put that right behind a victory over Itawamba on the road, a good 36-0 shutout, I'm pleased with our progress so far.
3-0 so far, and we got the division win last night over Southwest. Now, Coach, do you feel like going back in time? You remember Back to the Future, the Michael J. Fox movie?
I remember them well, all 3 of them.
Of course, yeah, that's right, all 3 of them. Well, we don't have a DeLorean. We don't have a flux capacitor, which makes time travel happen. And we can't go 88 miles an hour, but we are going to go back in this next segment, and we're going to take a look at the 36-0 win over Itawamba, which was about 5 days ago. We're going to do that right after this. You're watching Bulldog Blitz here on WLOX. Coach, ready to go back?
Ready.
All right, let's go. We'll be back right after this.
Seems like everything is mobile these days. Our phones, our computers, even the college classroom. It's an on-demand world. At Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, you'll find the courses you need. It's near your home and close to work. Practically in your backyard. You can even work while going to Gulf Coast and still have time to refresh your mind. Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, your connection to personal success.
And welcome back to Bulldog Blitz. As I said earlier, we're in the Bulldog Blitz time machine, which basically means we shot this earlier in the week. But for fantasy's sake, we'll just go with it. Right now, we're in Coach Steve Campbell's office. This is the film room, the war room, if you will, where games are pretty much won and lost according to Sun Tzu, The Art of War. So we're going to head in during this film session, kind of a hard knocks film session, and take a look back at the Itawamba game with head coach Steve Campbell. And Coach, the Itawamba game Saturday night, worried about conditioning and that kind of thing, but the guys had a short week and they came out and played really hard and got the win 36-0.
They did. I was very proud of the way that, proud of the effort they put in. We gave, we spit and sputtered a little bit, but guys gave great effort and played extremely hard, came out fast.
Everybody get a body on somebody. Yeah. Let's go. All day. Let's go. Let's go. I'm fired up, you fired up. I'm fired up, you fired up.
Defense pitched a shutout, which we're extremely pleased with that. Offensively, first play from scrimmage, we scored and went up 7-0.
Let's talk about that. You guys had worked on that during the week. I remember Chad said you've been working on it all week, and it really worked out well.
It did. Coach Huff had a real good plan. Wanted to hit him early with the reverse. And, good blocking up front, great block on the perimeter. Kevin Barkley had a great block. Brett Moncrief had a great block, and Jamal Young took it to the house. That's definitely the way you want to get started.
And defense came out 3 and out, and then got the second touchdown with Jenkins and Brandon Johnson. Just like week 1, you get up 14-0, feeling pretty good, and a strong start.
It was. It was glad to get out of the gates fast. Good throw from Greg Jenkins to Brandon Johnson. That's 2 touchdown catches in 2 weeks for Brandon. So, really pleased with how well he's been playing. And so it was good to jump out the gates early and get a little cushion on the road, and then that always loosens you up, and then you can play a little less tight.
And they got the safety. They had the snap over the punter's head, so it was 16-0. And then I think a couple of series later, Jenkins hit Kevin Barkley on that touchdown. He made a nice play on that little out route on the other side of the field and took it to the house. And then you're up 22-0, and things are really looking good.
Yeah, it was. That's a great individual effort by Kevin Barkley there on the screen. Good throw. Had some nice blocking downfield, and Kevin made the safety miss and took it on in. Kevin's got a lot of ability, and I was glad to see him do that. That was, 2 big plays for us. Showed some explosiveness there that we are able to score from long distance. So that was good to see.
And in the second quarter, Demond Washington had a tough game handling punts. Didn't have trouble on that interception, though. Got it there and took it to the house. It was 29-0 at halftime, and any will they might have had was probably gone by then.
Yeah, that was a big play from Demond. You know, we moved him over to defensive back, hoping for those kind of plays, and he definitely delivered. Made a great break on the football and caught it, and then you're not going to catch Demond. I mean, he's a preseason All-American running back, so anytime he can get the ball in his hands, he's got a chance to take it to the house, and he did a great job there. Their punter's an outstanding punter. It's hard to simulate in practice how high that guy can punt the football.
Yeah, he was good.
He really was. So that was a little different look for us, but and that's something we need to get corrected. But it's good that we saw it in a game like this, so that we'll be more prepared for it next time.
Now, one thing I wanted to talk about and feature is the defense. They pitched a shutout here. Had about 5 or 6 sacks, numerous turnovers. It was almost like a coming out party for Malcolm Tatum. He had some big plays there, and he had to feel good about that, the intense pressure they were getting on Itawamba's offense.
Yeah, the defensive line really did an outstanding job. Malcolm Tatum, I think Malcolm wound up with 3.5 sacks. Mario Foster played well. Aaron Nelson's been playing real good in the middle, and Wayne Dorsey really came on and showed a real strong pass rush. Coach Dorsett Davis has been working really hard with those guys on the pass rush, and I was very pleased with how hard those guys played and the effort they gave. Santino Davis really showed up and played good at linebacker. Chris White played his usual game, and Horatio Crawford played well. Secondary, again, didn't give up any big plays. This is 2 weeks in a row that we played teams that have thrown the ball a lot down the field, and we didn't give up any over our heads for a touchdown. And can't say enough about the defensive effort, pitching a shutout on the road. So I was really pleased with that.
Is this where games are won and lost in here?
The players win and lose them out on the football field. We try to give them the best plan that we can put together to give them, but the players are the ones that win the football games, and this is where a lot of the game planning goes on to try to put ourselves in the best position. But all the credit goes to the kids.
All right, we'll let you and Chad and Pete get back to work on Bulldog Blitz, and coming up after the break, we'll go back to the future and take a look at the Southwest game. You're watching Bulldog Blitz here on WLOX.